So first of all, I'd like to welcome everybody to our, it's Saturday, to Saturday night here with SmartChoice. And we're in the midst right now of a phenomenal launch that's going to be taking place over the next week here. So I'm excited to be here with all of you. I'm excited that you're here. I'm excited that we have so many people here that are coming in now from all around the world. So this is incredible what's happened over the last couple of days, because we just really started sharing the word and letting people know that we were going to be launching this contract. And I think what's happened here, to be quite frank with you, is that as more and more people start to understand what we have here, they're so excited and proud to go out there and spread the word, because we really have something special. Now tonight, I did go ahead. Oh, first of all, so again, all of the I want to say reps, but we're not reps yet, but all of the potential members, I guess, and all of the guests, really welcome to all of you. I'm going to keep it relatively short. I am here. This is not a health company, so I am sitting back, relaxing tonight.
It's organic.
It's Saturday night. It is organic. Okay. So we are sitting back tonight, relaxing with a glass of wine. So if that's something you do, I encourage you to partake and relax and have a glass of wine with me here and Sheila tonight. So with that, again, welcome to SmartChoice and to this webinar. What I'm going to do is, over the next few minutes, we're going to go through and just share a little bit about SmartChoice. I got a couple of things I want to cover. I brought Sheila on tonight because she's been a part of this since, I think it's April or March or whenever we got started. And I was approached by a team of developers and programmers that said that they wanted to do a smart contract. And these were seasoned programmers, by the way. So these were not, I kid some people sometimes, and they said, what kind of programs do you have? And I said, well, these are high school kids that we have, that when they're not on the chess club, they're programming fast. No, these are great programmers that we have. And these programmers are developing our contract here. And I was just fortunate enough that when they approached me to help with the marketing, I said, well, smart contracts, I get that. I see the benefits of smart contracts. And I said, well, what kind of compensation plan? And they told me the comp plan. And I said, well, I don't think so. That's not going to be for me. And the reason being is that I understand compensation plans. I've been involved over the last 40 years in the direct sales networking industry. I've looked at every comp plan out there, and I know what'll work and what won't work. And quite frankly, pretty well every single compensation plan that was out there had deficiencies. And so I said, I'm going to have to pass on it unless I can be involved in developing and helping you guys with the compensation plan. And so they agreed. So I basically came and grabbed my yellow pads and started making some notes and so forth as far as what was the best plan that we wanted to have. Now, Sheila and I had the discussion. So what was some of the things that we talked about?
Okay, so here's the thing. So you got to understand, we got to go back in time to the time that David is like a comp plan, like he dissects them. And I know there's people on the call tonight that have been there where you've put your heart and soul into something and it just did not pan out. Things happened that didn't work out the way you planned. But that's why we don't want to have to ever be in that place again, because we're done with that. So when this project came to David, he took it upon himself as an opportunity to really create something that would last forever, that you'd build once and it would keep going, right? Mm-hmm. That was going to satisfy the people that were part-time and the people that were full-time, the heavy hitter leaders and the part-time people. It would satisfy everybody. And he really went to work. And, quite often the answers come when you ask the right questions. And so he started asking the right questions and the answers came to him. And this was like an evolution. It was pretty amazing watching it transform. And so what he's created is truly, it's spectacular. And it's one of those things where people looking at it going, why didn't I think of that? Because it's like one of those, because it's complicated, but not that complicated, but it makes sense. And so I don't know, is that answering your question?
Yeah, that's perfect. Like the thing is that Sheila and I have been, again, doing this type of business for 34 years.
Yeah.
When we first got started in the industry, I had been in the industry for a couple of years. However, Sheila didn't have any real clue as far as home business or networking or anything like that. So I introduced her to the industry and we fell in love with it. And quite frankly, we did very, very well at the industry at first, and for the first 10, 15 years or so, we did extremely well. But one of the things that kind of bothered both of us was that we saw that we could do well because we, I don't even know why specifically, but we would do well, but not everybody would do well. And then what we started to realize later on was that it wasn't their fault. It wasn't the fault of the people that were joining these programs why they didn't do well. It was the fault of the compensation plans for the most part, and then the fact that you had owners that changed the plans and different things like that. So when this project came, the only reason that we got involved with it, quite frankly, was because number one, it was going to be on a smart contract, and that was huge because with a smart contract, you don't have anybody that can change the contract. In other words, they can't change the comp plan. If you go and start doing another company or another thing, they can't say, well, geez, we're going to kick you out because you're not 1,000% devoted to our thing, because when you join our company, you can't do anything else. They can't do that. So it's on a smart contract, and that contract is up in perpetuity. It's up forever. The problem was that even though the contract is up forever, most of the comp plans are short-term comp plans. And what we've seen over the last, I don't know, probably 20 years now, is that companies would create these compensation plans. They would attract all of these leaders to these programs. These leaders would bring all of their folks in. They would make a ton of money. The plans would fail ultimately, and then they would jump to another company, bring all those same people over to those companies. They would make a ton of money. That plan would fail. Then they jump to another company, and that cycle has been going on now for probably 20 years. And that's because some of the comp plans that came out are really designed to fail from the standpoint. If you've got any kind of plan where people are coming in and they're saying, geez, you're going to get so much spillover when you join the company, I'm going to be putting so many people underneath you, you might as well run, because it doesn't happen. Or you jump into a plan where actually it's all because of spillover, because all of the plans lately have been designed so that they trick people in a sense. And some people, when I say trick, some people are not tricked, but they don't understand that spillover does not work. Because anytime you've got a plan where people can come in and do nothing and make money, it will not work, because you have to have people actually doing some work and building the business for it to succeed. The secret is really this. The secret to duplication is really sponsor. You've got to sponsor. You've got to refer. You have to have some mechanism to refer. So the first step is to sponsor. That's number one. Then after that, once you've sponsored and you've actually learned how to sponsor, the next step is to teach. What do you teach? You teach the people that you've sponsored how to sponsor. They've got to learn how to sponsor. And then the third stage is teach to teach. You want to teach your people to teach their people to sponsor. And then once you can get down 3 or 4 levels of leaders that understand what's happening, then you've got what's called duplication. As soon as you've got duplication, that's when you've got security in your business, because now you can walk away and you've got leaders that will continue doing the business with or without you. I'm going to get the dog. No, you can continue. Okay. I got her.
Okay. So yeah, so the key here is that it's about sowing the seeds. Like David says it so well, you're sowing the seeds. And once you introduce a few people to it, the way the system is designed, it's going to magically, and I want to say magically, but it will grow in front of you. And it's pretty amazing. So in comment to what David said, it's the plans fail for people, but it's also the intent behind the plan, because every plan has an inherent behavior, and that plan is designed for people to behave a certain way based on sponsoring, based on how the plan functions. And if the plans are built in such a way that it's, spinning it sometimes it won't satisfy or won't support the people, but it supports the company. So
or
these
the
plans are the leaders. So these plans are designed to, line the pockets of the owners and line the pockets of the leaders, and everyone else suffers. And that's kind of what we were tired of.
And quite frankly, I'll be real frank here. When we decided to put this plan together, I'm going to get to them. We're not going to spend too much time, I promise you, on this. But I mean, this is a really important point for you to get where this is coming from. We, number one, been doing this for 40 years. And so when I first started in the industry, I mean, okay,
I started when I was 15,
did.
like 12. Okay.
But I'm in my library here, and we've got, tons of books on networking and stuff like that we've studied and so forth over the years. And back then it was about, I would bring a bunch of people in the room because that's how we built the business back then. We'd have meetings and so forth, and we'd bring people in, and I would say, okay, because back then we were 25, 26 and so forth. And I would say, look, if I was to bring 100 people in the room and we're all 25 years of age, and I said, out of the 100 people in the room, how many of you would like to become financially independent by the time that you're 65? And you'd see all the hands go up, and they'd say, 65, I'm going to be rich by the time I'm 30, and all of this stuff. And you'd see that the people would have a lot of vim and vigor. They'd be so excited about going out there and accomplishing their goals because they're only 25, right? And they had the whole, the next 40 years ahead of them. But, if you were to track those same 100 people for 40 years and brought them back into the room 40 years later and said, okay, you guys all went out there to become successful at 25. How many of you actually became successful? Well, out of that, you would find that only one person would actually become rich. 4 would be financially independent. 36, I think it's 36 actually dead. No, 5 working, 36 dead, but 54 would be flat broke. 54% would have less money at 65 than they had at 25. So they spent the last 40 years going backwards. And so here we are. We've been in the industry for quite a while. We've earned, quite frankly, we've earned millions of dollars in the industry, not all the time, but we've done very well in the industry. But we're reaching our retirement now. And we said, you know what? If we're going to do this, we want to build something that's going to last forever. In other words, smart contracts last forever. Let's come up with a plan that will last forever, that once you set it, you can set it and forget it, and it won't shrink. It'll actually continue to grow. So these were some of the questions that we asked, and the answer is what you're going to find out here about tonight, and it's a perpetual funding stream. It's designed to allow you to be able to perpetually grow your projects, your business, your lifestyle, because the plan is really phenomenal. If I say so myself, it's a pretty phenomenal plan. So let's do this real quickly. I'm just going to jump through this real quick, and then we'll wrap it up. I don't want to spend too much time with on this with you guys tonight, Saturday night. But so let's wrap it up here pretty quickly. But let me just go through and show the compensation plan. Is that good? Is that fair? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So coming back here. So again, the name of the company is SmartChoice. We're in the crowdfunding arena. This is a huge arena.
Yeah, this is
because there's a lot of platforms out there. There's thousands of platforms now where people are going to raise funds for their projects, for their lifestyle, for their business, for anything for their family.
With COVID.
Or anything that you can imagine. I'm going to share, let me see if I can do this here and share this with you. Am I showing the screen? I want to make sure that I'm on the right track here. Can you guys see the screen? Okay, hello in New Zealand. Yes, hello New Zealand, 3 p.m. Sunday. Nice to see you.
Nice.
So can everyone see the screen? May I link for my team? Can I get through the registration? Direct link. Let me see if I can try that real quick for you.
This is what happens.
This is what happens.
Distraction.
Let me see.
But what he's going to show you while he's doing this is we were on a crowdfunding.
Let me pull it up first, and then
I can
you
talk
can
about
take
it while you're doing
there
customer support there.
So we came on this site. So this is not our site,
no,
but it does show you what people are raising funds for.
Right.
Okay, and let me just you could just talk about these right here.
It's amazing because we're in a very unprecedented times, as we all know, as we're all living it in our own lives, different COVID things. And I mean, families have been devastated from this, and this whole thing is being really a traumatic experience for many, many, many folks. So you go into this GoFundMe site and you see families like, we've lost so-and-so and we're raising money, and they're just like, look at the girl that had the raid on her home in Florida. She's raising funds for legal. So, I mean, there's just, it's an opportunity for people to go and raise funds.
Yeah. So whoever was asking for the link, I'm sorry. We'll have to figure out a direct link next time. I can't figure it out here on this tonight. I'll just install the app. Constant error message. Do you have any problems with the app? No problems with the app at all. So I would look into that, or go to businessglue without the e.com and send them a message there. So I'm not going to touch the this right
Install it
now
again.
because I'll be, oh yeah,
Yeah.
reinstall it or something
Right.
like that. Oh, hello from Brisbane. Yes. So with that, so the point here is that you can see that these platforms are very popular. People are raising funds, as you can see here, for different things. $763,000 raised here to help this family. 457,000 here, 357,000 here. People are raising funds for different things. And there's individuals and there's nonprofits. We're showing individuals through our platform how they can raise funds. And how we're doing it, again, is by utilizing, first of all, the crowdfunding platform, but then we're also utilizing, as I back up here, smart contracts. Now, the powerful thing about a smart contract is going to allow us to put the crowdfunding platform on the blockchain and have a contract execute the transactions and then send the funds peer-to-peer directly to the members. So there's no company, there's no admin, there's nobody that's touching your funds. It's going directly from member to member, peer to peer, directly to your wallet. And that's all handled by the blockchain. That's all done online. As long as the Tron blockchain exists, you can know that this will be up there forever. Even if the website goes down, you can still access the contract and still participate. So there's no stopping this. There's no one to interfere with this. There's no one that's going to come along and say, you know what, I'm going to change the compensation plan, or I don't like you and we're going to kick you out. That cannot happen here. So once you're involved and you're participating in the contract, you're involved in participating in the contract for as long as you want to participate. But what's beautiful is that the comp plan that we have, you could actually walk away, and I believe, and again, there's no guarantees here, but I believe that it will continue to grow and it'll get faster and faster, more and more as time goes by, because it's based on the plan. And you get paid in real time, so it's instant. You get a donation, you get funded, it goes directly to your wallet. You're going to hear cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. You might want to put a little timer on there, or a little bell or something like that, because it will go off over and over and over again, 24/7 when we launch this thing, and you're going to see why. Now, this is going to allow you to raise all the funds you need for whatever you need to raise funds for, whether it's just to get out of financial stress and money worries, or to recover financially from the pandemic, to eliminate debt, to pay off your bills, to pay off a mortgage, or get a new home. We're starting to think about things like that as well for ourselves here. To buy a new automobile. We've been able to pay off our automobiles through business, of course, but we don't have that kind of debt. But maybe that's something that you want to do. To send your kids to college. We've got a daughter. She's coming home next week.
Yeah,
right?
in college.
And
another one in 2 years in college.
So you might have kids that you got to send to college that you need to save and raise funds for.
Automobiles.
We have automobiles. We had tell the story.
Oh yeah, so I get a text from my 16-year-old who's in driving ed with a convertible Mustang. 13,000. Mom, I really, really want this car. I'm thinking, okay,
we need to raise funds for that, right? Through crowdfunding, right?
Okay.
Maybe it's to start a new business, right? To fund your savings account. I mean, think about this. Think about being totally debt free and having 6 figures in your bank account. What would that be like if you could do that, right? Just funding your savings account. That could be something that you're looking to crowdfund for. How about a wedding? 4 daughters, we know about weddings, right? So maybe you want to put on a lavish wedding. Maybe it's for retirement like us. We're looking to retire. Yeah. We want to retire in style, right? We want to be able to retire and have different homes in different places. Maybe that's what you want to do. Maybe it's just to travel. But basically, you can raise funds for anything you can imagine through one of these platforms. And it's very, very exciting because now we've got the vehicle that'll allow you to do it. So what I want to do is I'm going to invite you to pay attention here, because in the next few minutes, I'm just going to zip through our comp plan here and share with you a 3-step system where you've got 3 programs, you've got 32 different levels, you've got 96 funding streams, and actually more than that when you hear about Smart 3 here in just a moment. But the key is that it's perpetual. And now the word perpetual is defined in the dictionary as continuing forever. Once you get this going, it's designed to continue forever. And you'll see why in just a moment here. The word leverage is defined as to use something that you already have in order to achieve something new or better. So think about that. You can use your money, you can use your talent, you can use your resources. So I like to say to people that you want to do the best you can with the resources you have. But the key is to leverage it. if you've got resources and you're not using it, you might as well not have those resources. If you've got talent and you don't put that talent to use, you might as well not have that talent. So you've got to leverage what you have in order to achieve more.
Your network.
Leverage your network. You know, your network or your net worth is your network, or your network is your net worth, right? So to be able to leverage your network would be key. So the key is now funding, right? To be able to actually provide the resources, the finances that you might need for a program or a project through something like this, finance a need, a program or a project. And so the word perpetual funding program is what we are, perpetual leverage funding program. Again, continuing forever, being able to leverage and then get the funding that you need for whatever you need. So that's what SmartChoice is all about. And again, it's a group of people that came together. I happen to be on the marketing side of things here, but it enables you to be able to market to the 4 billion internet users worldwide. And the magic pill here is this: everybody's got a cell phone. And pretty well everybody. I do know a few folks that don't have smartphones yet, but pretty well everyone's got a smartphone, right? Most people have got a smartphone or a cell phone. And you can use this to now reach out to people all around the world here, which is very, 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 very exciting. In order to get started, all it takes is a registration. You register using your Tron wallet. So we're going to be showing you next week how to get that Tron wallet, how to register it on the platform itself. We don't need to know who you are or where you are. We just need to know that you've got a Tron wallet. And you might say, well, what is Tron? Tron is one of the top cryptocurrencies right now, trading at currently pennies. We've seen it go, between 2.5 cents and 3.5 cents. So it ranges around there. But the good thing is that it's got some upside, right?
Yeah.
I mean, as high as 23 cents so far back, I think it was 2018. So it's got some good upside potential. Now, of course, this is not an investment. I'm not saying to buy Tron so you can make money on when Tron goes up. It might go up. We hope it goes up. But Tron is really just our gateway. It's just our currency that we use, and we donate in Tron, and we receive our donations in Tron. We can then take that Tron and trade it for any of the other cryptocurrencies, or trade it back to fiat. If you want to have paper money, you could do that as well. So again, you've got a lot of fungibility and flexibility with Tron. That's why we use it, and the fees are very, very low. But it is one of the top cryptocurrencies. Experts do predict that it could go up as high as, I don't know, some say as high as $100 per Tron in the near future. That would be awesome.
That would be amazing.
But I mean, it's like Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin was trading for pennies at one point.
Like 10 cents or something.
Yeah,
now it's like 18,000.
I know. Can you imagine the people, the people that had it for 10 cents?
10 cents, like what? And now it's 18,000.
I mean, the guy that bought 2 pizzas for what, 10,000 Bitcoins for 2 pizzas? I mean, I bet he's regretting that right now.
Pizza, better being really good. That's all I can say.
But I mean, how would you like to be part of that growth? Because now you can. And you could get started here with as little as 200 Tron. That's it. You're going to be able to market worldwide, and you're going to be able to market in many different languages. One of the things that we have done is we've taken the videos that we've got, and we've actually had them produced, and we will be producing them in 26 different languages in total. And this is in production right now. As a matter of fact, if you go into our team site here, you'll see that we do, oh, no, I don't want to manage training. I want to just go to the training real quick. You'll see here that we've got different presentations that are up here. Again, this is, I'm going to touch on this, and I might not get too much details in the comp plan tonight because, you know, we're spending some time on some other stuff. But this is so important. Years ago, we built a huge network. This is before the internet. This is before, you know, MP3. This is before, you know, big TVs. This is, I mean, we got excited when we were doing networking. We got excited when fax machines were created. That was a breakthrough because we could send out a fax message to people. Wow. That was huge. That was amazing. And during that time, what ended up being created back then was, and this was big, the videotape. Wow. Okay, this was created, the videotape. And that videotape was how we built our business. But it wasn't just the videotape, it was having a system now to have people share the tape, because it's all about showing the plan, showing the plan, showing the plan. So all we did is we taught our team, was real simple. We taught them how to pass out the videotapes. And the presentation was real simple. It was, I just got involved in something new. It's absolutely incredible. There's people making money all over the place, and I thought of you, and it's all on this videotape. If I give you a tape, will you watch it and let me know what you think? That was it. And I still know the exact presentation.
Like solid.
That was it.
Good.
But we did that over and over and over again, and we taught our folks how to do that. We had thousands of videotapes going out there and people watching the tapes in the comfort and convenience of their home on a nightly basis. Well, things have changed now. Now we've got the internet, and not only do we have the internet, but we have smartphones, and everybody that's got a smartphone knows about apps. So our system's real simple. I just got involved in something new. It's absolutely incredible. There's people making money all over the place. I thought of you. It's all on an app. If I send you a download link to the app, will you download the app and watch the presentation and let me know what you think? Pretty simple, right? Then you send them an invitation. They come in through their phone. They download the app. And when they get inside there, they have not only all of the regular presentations. So we've got presentations here in English.
How would you like to have all the funds you need to finally end financial stress and money worries?
But now we're starting to load up all of the presentations in different languages as well.
永续这个词在字典里的定义是永远持续下去。
Who do you know that speaks Mandarin?
杠杆这个词的定义是利用已有的。
Or how about Brazilian Portuguese? Oh, how about it?
Você gostaria de ter todos os fundos que você precisa para finalmente acabar com o estresse financeiro e as preocupações de dinheiro? Você pode se recuperar financeiramente da...
Or how about Dutch?
Wat vind je van om alle nodige middelen te hebben om een einde te maken aan financiële stress en geldzorgen, zodat je financieel...
Or how about Spanish, Latin American Spanish?
¿Te gustaría tener todos los fondos que necesitas para acabar con el estrés financiero y los problemas económicos, para que puedas recuperarte financieramente de los efectos de la...
And we will have 26 different languages here. Now, once they download the app, they're linked to you in the app. They're not linked to you in the contract. They're linked to you in the app. Once they're linked to you in the app, you can send out messages to them. We could send out messages on your behalf to them. We can let them know that the webinars are coming up. We can let them know any training that we do. We can let them know. Or when we do a Zoom webinar, we can come in here on the Zoom. All right. And we post the Zooms here. We've got the most recent Zooms here. So they can see a presentation right here. It's all on the app. Someone says, well, tell me about the comp plan. Well, it's all on the app. All you have to do is download the app and it's all there. Well, what about the product and what we're doing as far as crowdfunding? Oh yeah, great. It's all in, great question. It's all in the app. It's right there. Well, tell me, do you have any training? Does the company have any training that they supply any training for you? And you tell them, you say, yeah, it's all in the app. Just go to the app and you'll see the warm market messages. You'll see all of the email marketing messages and all of that stuff. It's all in the app. So all you have to do is get people to download the app. Doesn't matter what language they speak, because once they download the app, they're going to have eventually presentations in their language. It's all there for them to be able to download and use. And not only download and use, then guess what they could do? They can come and get their link and they can share the app. So if you want to think about how people become successful in this industry, you don't have to become a big salesperson or know how to sell or anything like that, but you do have to have a duplicatable system that anybody can do. And that's what we have here. And all you have to do now, our job, and Sheila and I were talking about this earlier, because we're not out there recruiting right now. We're really supplying the tools and the systems for you. But our job is to provide the tools, the systems for you to go out there and start to build your teams. That's going to create duplication. And as you'll see here, with our platform, duplication equals success. It's all about duplication. How much duplication can you have? And I'm trying to get back here now. Let me see. Here we go. Will this work? There we go. How much duplication can you have? So I think I ran over here tonight, but let's just say real quickly, there's 3 funding streams: Smart 1, Smart 2, and Smart 3. Smart 1, 40% of all donations go to Smart 1. Smart 1's a 1x3 perpetual matrix. where 1 and 2, you get the funding on 1 and 2. 3, you actually keep the person, but the funding goes to your sponsor in 3. That allows you to cycle over and over again. Again, no withdrawal request necessary, goes directly to your Tron wallet. No one's going to hack into the system and steal your Tron because it's peer-to-peer, goes directly to you. It's never sitting on the platform. You don't have to worry about anybody hacking or taking your money or taking your Tron whatsoever. Again, so 1 by 3, you could cycle over and over and over and over and over again. Very, very simple. 40% of all funding goes to Smart 2. Smart 2 is the breakthrough, by the way. It's a perpetual funding stream. It's got pass-ups to infinite depth, and it's got income that you're going to earn from infinite width or to infinite width. Now, one of the breakthroughs here with this is that your perpetual funding stream has got pass-up positions and it's got funding positions. Now, whether it's a pass-up position or a funding position is going to depend on where that individual lands on that funding stream. Positions 2, 4, 6, and every 4th is a pass-up position. Anyone that lands here is going to be passed up to the upline. However, everybody else is a funding position. Anyone that lands on a funding position is going to send you the donations, number 1, directly to you. They're also going to be linked to you. Now, once they're linked to you, they're forever linked to you, and then they pass up their 2nd, 4th, 6th, and every 4th thereafter to your perpetual funding stream. Goes directly to you. When it goes up onto your funding stream, it gets linked to you again. Anyone that's on a funding position. Once they're linked to you, they pass up their 2nd, 4th, 6th, and every 4th thereafter again to your funding stream, and that gets linked to you. And this is where the infinite depth and infinite width comes from. Now, it's an incredible thing here because in networking, we always taught that if you want to have security, you want to build depth. You want to build duplication. You want to sponsor, teach, build leaders, drive down that leg as far as you can of leadership, because as you do that, you build security. And then there's a balancing act because you got to go wide. You got to now go out there and recruit and get new people every month, right? Well, we've figured out how to do both at the same time. As long as you drive your business deep, it's going to build your width, which will drive it deep again to build your width. So this is the first plan where you can really focus on working with your team and helping your team develop, because as they develop, as they grow, that grows your front line for you. That grows your perpetual income stream. And it's infinite width, infinite depth. It's absolutely incredible. And then when you combine it now with Smart 3, 20% of all donations go to Smart 3. Now, this is a monthly recurring program. It's basically Smart 2 on steroids. We've got the perpetual funding stream here, but on top of that now, it's every 30 days. Every 30 days, you could take 20% of a level and send a donation to the level, 20% to your sponsor. And what that'll do, it's going to allow you to participate in this perpetual recurring funding program. You don't have to, by the way, it's optional. Everybody's there for the first 30 days, but after the first 30 days, it's totally optional. If you don't participate, that's okay, because what happens then is that anybody that is passed up to you that is participating, that'll just go to your sponsor or anybody upline that's participating in that program. Same like if you do participate in it and you've got people that are downline underneath you that are not, again, you'll receive the dynamic compression that'll go directly to you. So that's another form of leverage that you do not get anywhere else. And that, I mean, that's key. That's key. Maybe you could talk about this show.
Oh, deer in headlights. Okay, because I'm so into what you're saying. So yeah, so here's the beauty of this, because this is like, to me, this is like the ultimate, is that with one person, if all you ever do is bring one person into this program, you could have a front line that you've only ever dreamed of, because the system will, when the system is in action and that one person happens to be a superstar and happens to go crazy, the way the system is designed, you will, as a result of that, of introducing that one person, you will have a front line that you've never possibly been able to achieve before, and it's going to be built for you through the system. So, but
even before that, though, you know, the first thing that people have on their mind when they join any program,
how do I get my money back?
How do I get my money back?
Number one question.
That is
number one, and that's one person. That's it. The magic number is one.
Well, look here. So one person.
One person.
So one person. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So the magic number is one. You bring in John. John's one. You're one guy. John gets started because he's in your first position. He's a funding position for you. in Smart 1. He also will go into Smart 2, which happens to be a funding position, and he goes into Smart 3, which is a funding position. So John, all 3 positions, 40% goes in Smart 1 back to you. Smart 2, 40%, Smart 3, 20%, for a total of 100%. You're whole. Everything you've put in, you've received back, and you have John.
That's true too.
So it's not just your money back. You got your money back, and you have John. Okay. So now John goes to work, right?
Okay, yeah.
John is a superstar. Luckily for you. John knows people all over the world. Luckily for you. And here's what happens. John comes in. He brings in 1, 2, 3. And, he cycles, and every time John recycles, he comes in back underneath you. Now you'll see John's in 1 and 2 because he's your only guy. Okay. So when John recycles, he's your number 2 now because he's your only guy, but he's cycling down below and he's coming up and he's filling your second spot. It's awesome for you. You're getting 40%. You're getting another 40%. You're getting money in your Tron wallet because you brought in one guy who's out there working, and he's your 1 and 2. It's just, and it'll continue because his network is growing. He's cycling through. Every time he recycles, he comes back up. In Smart 2, he's your number 1. He's your funding position. Smart 3, he's your number 1. He's a funding position. There's our dog. And so he's connected to you forever. Your number 1 guy is always connected to you forever. So as John, this is how beautiful it is. John brings in all these people at the bottom line here. Number 2 comes up to you. Look where number 2 is now on your front line. John keeps number 3, number 4. Where does 4 go? Up to you. And their funding position, you keep them. They're forever coded to you. Number 5, John keeps. Number 6 comes up to you. You brought in 1 person. Now you have 5 on your front line.
You got 2 on your 3 on your front line.
3 on your front line, but 2 have been passed up. Correct. That is true. That's true. But look at your green dot front line.
Yeah.
Green
Here's the magic here. Anyone that comes onto your perpetual funding stream that gets linked to you is always linked to you. Now, I want you guys to hear this. Anyone that comes onto your perpetual funding stream, first of all, they're going to fund you. But then they're linked to you. Once they're linked to you, they're always linked to you, and they will pass up their 2nd, 4th, 6th, and every 4th thereafter. Anyone that they pass up is going to fund you, but then be linked to you, and also pass up their 2nd, 4th, 6th, and every 4th thereafter to your perpetual funding stream. Who you'll have pass ups, and you'll have some again that are going to be funded to you. Anyone that's funded to you gets linked to you and will pass up their 2nd, 4th, 6th, and every 4th thereafter to your perpetual funding stream. So how wide can this go? How wide is infinite?
Right.
Right? I mean,
10 years from now, how wide will your front line be?
How wide can it go?
Yeah.
I mean, there's no limit. I mean, how many people can you have on your perpetual funding stream? There's no limit. How many people can you personally refer? There's no limit. We just showed you here with 1 person, infinite depth. But what if you were to personally sponsor a bunch of people and then teach them the system? And it gets even better. I'm going to wrap this call up here because this is just too much. It's too much exciting. No, we're good. We're good. All night. But I mean, the bottom line is we've got 32 different levels now. So Smart 1, 2, and 3 is on 32 different levels. So not only do you have 1, you got 32 that are happening at the same time.
All independent of each other.
All independent of each other.
Everyone is independent of every level is independent of each other.
They're all working independently.
It's amazing.
32 levels, 96 funding streams. Yes. Take 32 of those and multiply that by 12, whatever that number is for your recurring if you want to participate in that. And that's how many funding streams that you have that could fund your projects, fund your lifestyle, help you basically raise all the funds you want for whatever you want to raise funds for. Mm-hmm. Beautiful part is it starts off at 200 Tron. So you start off at 200 Tron, and each level, by the way, and this is all mathematically designed. Mm-hmm. And I got to tell you that the answers just started coming. Okay, it's almost like, I feel like we tapped into something because the answers just started coming on how to do this.
And this is key, though. This is
just another key part
because it's within everyone's grasp to just every 2 people that come out into your funding stream, you can now upgrade to the next level
and put some
money in your pocket.
Right. So 1 breaks you even, 2 gives you enough to upgrade to the next level. 6 is a magic number as well, because once you get to 6, now you're keeping 75% of whatever you raise on your perpetual funding stream. Only one's going up. And then I think the magic number is 10. And then beyond that, whatever your magic number is for as far as referrals and so forth. But here, again, 25% higher each time, from 200 to 250, from 250 to 312, always a little bit higher. So not that far out of reach. That's why there's 32 levels. But then the problem came in as 32 levels. Oh my gosh, there's so many levels. Most companies have only got 12 or 16 max. We got 32. Well, that again, you got a problem. Think of the solution. Solution was real simple. We want to help people get to 32 levels. You can do one at a time, or and here's why you want to do it, by the way. Again, if you're at level 1 and you bring in John, who says, you know what, I want to go to level 32, and you're not there, you're going to keep him at level 1, but he's going to end up going and bypassing you and being sponsored by somebody else who is participating at level 32 if you're not there. Just like, once you upgrade to level 32, at that point, you're there, and one of your downlines not there, you will get that. And that's called dynamic compression, another form of leverage. Now, to help everybody out, what we did, 3 steps. Okay, so step number 1 is what?
Activate. And what's 200 Tron? It's about $5-6 right now.
Right.
So it's easy for anyone to start. That's the number 1 step.
We stop there. Just level 1 alone.
That's
If everyone just participated in level 1 alone,
Yep.
just imagine a perpetual funding stream. What is it? $5-6, right? Let's just say $5. So a perpetual funding stream, you get started for 200 Tron, level 1. Okay, so you've donated $5 to the system until you sponsor, right? But now you start sharing the app, and you start having people see the presentations and so forth, and you get a few people that come in. Well, once you got 2, you can upgrade, but let's just say you don't upgrade at first. You just get your 2, or you just made $5, right? But then beyond that, let's just say that you have just level 1 going, and that perpetual funding stream's going. And you've got all that funding coming up to your just level 1. Well, that's $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, and that's going to happen ad infinitum.
Right.
That'll continue
In real time.
directly to your Tron wallet. And that same pattern is whether it's level 1 or level 32. If it's level 32, then obviously it's a lot more than that that's coming into your wallet constantly. And you can imagine what that could be like. And then you multiply by 12. So it's real simple.
Step 1, just get in there, activate.
Activate a level.
Upgrade, to go as high as you possibly can, comfortably within your budget, just so that you can capture as much as you can as that team grows beneath you.
I mean, my mother used to say, David, eat all of the food on your plate. Because, if you don't eat it, someone else will, right? But my father used to say, David, make sure that you never leave any money on the table. Okay, so I've learned that, if it's me, I'm upgrading to the top as quickly as I can so that I don't leave any money on the table. And then step 3, qualify each level simply with 1 referral. 1 referral on all of the levels will totally qualify you on a level, and you're qualified for life. You never have to requalify a level again. All funding that you receive at that point is yours to keep, on all the different levels at that point. Now, what we did to help you go even a little bit faster, we've got multiple level packages, bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. These are multiple levels, starting off at bronze, which is only $100 or so, in Tron, of course. And you can have 8 levels working for you, all the way up to platinum is about $30,000 donation, but you can have all 32 levels working for you there as well. So these packages are designed to help you, not have to go one at a time, but you can, or you can jump ahead. Key thing is that you'll only pay the difference between levels. So if you're bronze and you want to go to silver, you just pay the difference between bronze and silver to get there. You only pay the difference, and it's all built into our smart contract, into the system. That way you never have to worry about any funds bypassing you. And the other thing is that, I tell you that the number one thing that's beautiful here is that you'll only get this here. Okay, we are the ones that created this. This came from creation. This was not copied. No one else has this. You are going to take this to the marketplace, and no one else has got this. Now, will we have copycats? Maybe. But I'll tell you what, we're going to be out there first. We're going to have 26 different languages. We're going to have a great team here that's passionate about what we're doing, that's going to take it out to the marketplace. So it's going to take a while for anyone to catch up to us. And why would they want to catch up to us when they can join us and be with us and basically have their own business here with us, have their own funding machine here with us? So, I mean, you guys got to get excited because of what you have here. And again, it's not me, it's not Sheila, it's not the team that put this together for us. It's really, right place, right time, right opportunity. I mean, it's really as simple as that, but you can only get it here. You can start with as little as 200 Tron and then start marketing this worldwide. And we're seeing people now all over the world that are coming in. So let me do this. Let me just wrap this up real quickly.
But the reason that we're seeing all over the world is because we have the languages. Because when you go into that app and you see the flags and it's like, oh, I know someone in Brazil, or I know someone in Spain, or I know someone in Holland, or I know someone who knows someone in those countries. Like, it's that language, having all those apps, all those different languages, that's helping people think about that. It's bringing that to the forefront. I think that's why we're starting to see people on the call from all over the world. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%. So the intent here is to be global. People need help globally, and we're going to provide this platform to them globally. So real quickly here, I'm not sure what this says. I pay John pays Kenny, Kenny keeps the money instead of sending it to I don't know. It's all in the app. Just go to the app and watch the videos there, and that'll have all your answers there. What if I don't have more than 2 contacts I could refer, and I need to make $75,000 this coming year? Well, I can tell you that if you need to make $75,000 this coming year and you don't have 2 contacts I could refer, then you better start hoping and praying. I think at that point here, I don't know what you're going to be able to do.
Meeting some people.
Well, I mean, if that's, I have no idea what you can do. If that's your situation, I'm sorry for you, but again, get in the app and learn as much as you can. I missed an opportunity when I made almost 6 figures to spend $6,000 on Bitcoin in 03, or at 3 cents or less than 3 cents per Bitcoin, March of 2010. Wow. That is a missed opportunity. There was a guy that tried to auction 10,000 BTC for $50 and no one tried to buy it. Oh, that's another missed opportunity. Oh my gosh. Anyhow, not everyone. I know quite a few that have no idea how to use apps or even how to get to the pre-install apps. Well, go online, go to Google and say, how do apps work? How do I use an app? Figure it out. I mean, come on,
it's so
figure it out. It's a simple thing.
I can do it. It's easy.
If you don't want to use the app, you don't have to, but the app's there for you to use.
And once you use it, you'll be amazed at how easy it is, and then you'll be so happy.
Is that like a coded infinite? I think so. Yes. Can I join at any time? If so, if any got passed, do they come back? Well, if you join and someone bypasses you at a level that they bypassed you at, they've bypassed you for life. That's it. You can get them back from the standpoint if you're at level 1 and they bypass you to level 2 and you jump to level 3 ahead of them, then at that point, when they go to level 3, you can get them back. Hey guys, amazing opportunity for a big team I'm bringing in. Okay, great. Australia, I have a team of 400 looking forward to working with you. I am definitely looking forward to working with you. Can we open up levels on launch? Yes, you can, but you have to go one at a time, one level at a time. How is this protected from FTC or FSC shutting down? Well, it's a smart contract. I don't know about FTC or FCC or how any of that works. I do know we're crowdfunding. I do know that we're on a smart contract. And once it's up on the contract, it's up on the contract. Just like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is up. And it's a smart contract basically, and it's up on the blockchain. So I'm not sure how to answer that question, but I can say it is a smart contract. Doesn't matter what Tron wallet we use. I recommend that you use a DApp wallet. We're recommending tronlink.org. Again, tronlink.org. That's got a wallet that will work directly with our platform. Very good. Oh my God, if you want to be successful, go learn. Yes, the more you learn, the more you earn. Absolutely. Bitcoin has a max of 21 million. Tron has 100 million. It would be difficult to hit more than a few dollars because of this. Perhaps that's why you could always trade your Tron for whatever coin you want. Tron is simply the gateway that we use. Trade it for whatever you want. Trade it back to fiat if you want. Do whatever you want with it. It's just what we're using from a transactional standpoint to make this happen. What is the points used for? Points, we're going to be figuring out how to use the points within the app, but the points are based on your education. The more points you have lets us know that you're learning more, and we know the more you learn, the more you earn. Is there a recording in here? It's all in the app. If you want recordings, you go in the app. Under Zoom, the recordings like this one will be in the app. And that's it. Outside of that,
there's more.
What's the name of the app?
I like that one.
Business Glue is the name of the app. But again, you have to get the link from your sponsor. You cannot go to the Apple Store or Google Play Store and just download the app. It will not work. You have to be referred by somebody to get that app. So we're using that app right now this week. We're going to be, again, launching December 21st this coming week. Make sure that you plug into the system. If you want to join this Zoom, we're going to do them every night, same time, same place, and all that stuff. However, again, you don't need to because it's all in the app. Okay, you just need to be able to learn how to work this app and get people to join the app. And from them joining the app, they're going to get full communication. They will get totally submerged in what we're doing here. And I can guarantee you that once people understand what this is all about, they will get involved and they will be part of your team. So with that, thank you, Sheila.
Thank you, David.
We went a little bit longer here today.
But what happened to the quick meeting? We're going to do a quick meeting.
We were going to do a quick meeting, but
because we're having so much fun.
I mean, yeah,
and we're going to have an awesome holiday season because we're launching on the 21st, right before the holiday.
That is our Christmas present. It's our holiday present.
It's going to be awesome.
Amazing. With that, thank you very much, everybody, for being here. And we look forward to seeing you on a future one. Thank you so much. Have a great night, everybody.
Have a great evening.